Hello friends, my name is Joyant Ghosh. In this video, I will explain about Node.js. There are few misconceptions about Node.js. Let me clear those misconceptions first. First of all, it's not a framework. Yes, its name resembling with framework like AngularJS, but it's not a framework. It's also not a JavaScript library like React.js. Now the question is, what is Node.js then? Node.js is JavaScript runtime environment which is built on the top of Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. If you are coming from Java background, you might be familiar with the term JRE, which stands for Java Runtime Environment. This JRE helps in the execution of Java code. Similarly, the Node.js is the runtime environment for JavaScript. It's help in the execution of JavaScript code. Let me go to the official documentation of Node.js. So this is the official site of Node.js. That the current version is 15.7.0 and there is also a LTS version. LTS stands for long-term support. I have already installed Node, so I am not install it again. But if you still facing difficulties to install Node, let me know in the comment section. Definitely I will make video on how to install Node.js. Okay. Now the next question is it mandatory to have Node.js to run JavaScript? My answer is no, it's not a mandatory thing. Because if you have PC or desktop, whatever, you must have at least one browser. And each browser has its own JavaScript engine. For example, Microsoft Edge has Chakra, Mozilla Firefox has SpiderMonkey, and Chrome has V8. V8 is the fastest JavaScript engine. Now, how we can run the JavaScript code without using Node? Let me give a demo. I am using Visual Studio Code. You can use any ID or simple notepad is sufficient if you want to run just. Okay, let me make one file index.html. Write some boilerplate code. Give an appropriate name. Just tutorial. Okay, now whenever you want to write some JavaScript code, we have to give script tag. Now first of all, let me check whether it's running or not. Give one tag. Welcome to Code to Explore. This is the name of this channel. Now opening the okay, it's working fine. Welcome to the Code to Explore. Now this is not a target to show this h1 tag. Now how we can run the JavaScript code without using Node? For example, if I write the simple console.log, hello, I am JavaScript code without using Node. Just save it and go to the browser. Now you are not showing any output. Go to the inspect, go to the console section. You can see, hello, I am JavaScript code without using Node. Okay, it's shown. In this way, you can execute your JavaScript code without using Node. Okay. Now the question is, why we need Node then? Okay, the Node is the already I have told, it's a runtime environment. Whenever you want to run your JavaScript code for a big development program, in the leagues you are working with Angular or React or something big project, then it's not recommended to use this browser environment to execute your JavaScript code. Or sometime you want to build a standalone application. So here we are executing our JavaScript file with the help of HTML. It's not always needed. That means you not always need a Java HTML file to execute the JavaScript. So you can also make or build some standalone application. So that time the Java node is very important, and it's also open source first of all, and this node is help in the asynchronous programming, and it's having a single thread. Okay, it's not a multi-threading like Java or C# like things. It's a single thread. Okay, so these are the advantage of node. Now let me show this diagram. In the previous demo we have already seen that we have execute our JavaScript code with the HTML file. That JavaScript code is transferred to the browser, and that is the Chrome, and the Chrome transferred that JavaScript code to the V8 engine, which is JavaScript runtime engine, and in return the V8 is giving the output result, and that output result is displaying in the console. Now if we just replace this Chrome with our node, the same work can be done. That means you are replacing the Chrome with the node. Let me give a demo. Okay, now I want to run a standalone JavaScript file, like name it index.js. Now here I am writing console.log. Hey, I am JavaScript code with node. The semicolon is not mandatory. If you not write, then also okay. Now as I have already told that in my system the node is already installed, so I can check just node ---- version. My node version is 12.16.2. now how we can run this index.js file? Now I have to run this only file. If I just write only index.js, it will not run, it will give some error. Let me show first. Oh sorry, .js. If you write this only, it will give error. Okay, now if you write node in front of this node index.js, now it's giving output. Wow, now this means I can run my JavaScript file without using any HTML code, or we can get the console output here without using any browser also. And if you is using VS Code, there is a button, this triangular button, it's a run code. You have to add this extension. Then if you run it, some people are not comfortable with writing some the command line interface kind of things. So if you just write it, run it, same output will be there, because automatically this extension is what is doing node and giving the full path with the directory. Okay, as we are already in this directory node, that is node code, this is the folder, the full directory is already there. Why to mention full directory again? Once again, just write node, the file name index. If you write only index, then also it will run, no need to write the JS. Node is so intelligent, it's understood. Okay, if you are giving this or the name only without any extension, it will also run. Okay, so that's it. If you like this video, if you think this video is informative, you can like it, and if you are coming this channel first time, you can subscribe to me. Okay, that's all. Bye.